the country to support this most meaningful cause. I respected us that we set aside our differences, rise above our political and personal interests, and collaborated as one to make July 22nd a day of unity, a day of solidarity, a day of fraternity for all our Hmong people in the land of the free and the home of the brave, the United States of America.
Oh, thank you. Hola.
As most of you know, General Tao's departure has left us tasks to complete and dream to fulfill. Despite the challenge that may lie ahead, my father always emphasized the importance of staying united for the betterment and advancement of our people. Never forget those who help us in our journey and who never yield our allegiance to the country that provides us freedom and a chance and the pursuit of happiness. That is the United States of America. Collectively as one, my family and I entrust and depend on you to help make the Lao National Day a reality. I look forward to celebrating this very special day with you in the future and many years to come. Thank you for your time. God bless you, your family, and our great country, America. And for now, I would like to speak briefly in Hmong. The lo do lo nương chư cho lũ qua hai lũ Hmong, nữ pháp cho lũ nó tua tổ bê sơ đờ, nữ hai cho nên là ta nó, nữ tia hậu so, ý trọng thay cho, ý trọng cố tu cho, tia trọng quý vị mua măng mỏ sơ đờ.
Phát kỳ ở kế cho nhiệt tí và tha phát kỳ tua đèn về phía cú sờn đờ cú tư kéo tế lạ cú tư mô lì tế lo xong và xong chỉ cho bê là chỉ cho ó nữa này nhá là do kế cho nhiệt tí phát kỳ cho chính anh một và tha phát kỳ tua đèn về phủ nữa bây giờ để chỉ cả một tháng để thực hiện tổ chức nhà để lúc chuyện của ta có một lần tiền một ít thì là một chỉ tàu chuyện tàu ấy nữa đấy lúc chuyện làm bây giờ yêu cho mùa giá nhiệt cho tí lấy hải chứ
tuổi nhỏ cho lúc cái chờ mình cả nó ta chỉ bây giờ thì do ít ba năm và cho recognize là cho phút thèn nhớ cho họ lúc tê chờ mà hạ ám nạp và mua sợ chạp lời nhớ cho họ lúc tê nó do mua xa lòng ngừng họ nó do ít họ có muốn lo chạp lời rồi cái hành năng cái sẽ được bao mang là thì sắp phá phì cho sắp phá xuyên tôi bỏ trong lúc xa đi tỷ năng của họ nó cho lần cho cái tụ chiến trị là ta sẽ President Bush整治到少女路美有你到被整好好旅游过人家这呢
thank you
到 President Biden 少女路美declare 还的路下的地那么哦喏要被路边nếu dân ta cú dân ta tao hạt địa被错赌的呢nhiều mua nhiều tập thế xa nhiều mua nhiều tập chiến tranh sẽ hay pha chụp lên là bởi giờ phaกันเมืองเขานอยาเอกอของธรรมดาแต่สักเทวันนั่งแต่อีหายนั่ง我只讲那个但是我看有时候 bây giờ chúng ta mua bằng sự cho chấp kiến xã theo chấp kiến chân sĩ tạo được hóa trình bây giờ tao là sĩ cộng một cái của ý ba cùng ý bờ có mua nhà trong sự sĩ đó cái hải năng lúc xa ly tu thì năng của o do bê sở đời ly do bê sở đời tu do lên nó nung cho cái lúc xa ly thì năng của o nó do nung cho cái tu diện trị do nung sâu cái lúc bằng mỏ do đi tờ cú thang bộ hồ cái xuất xua năng xuất tù rồi cho công hộ thea cho công hộ của tu trò có cái là sĩ cộng tề hải y lu xoa hải y lò lù có lúc xa lên tôi thì nó bỏ nó thâu lò với y lu official day cho lúc tiền gì tờ kế qua trong tờ cái hải năng tờ lúc cái trả này cả nó thầu chính là con trẻ nhỏ nếu như ý giờ hải địa bây giờ là tàu xí lu xí ba bây giờ thì muốn ăn quả nếu giờ xí nhỏ là nếu như xa bà bây giờ là xí lu xí ba xí cộng tệ theo cụ chuyện này nếu cộng cho nên sẽ là thâu có lúc xa thì tu thì nó có nó thâu là một cái lu để cụ này sẽ được trong tàu nó chưa cho lũ mua đến nó sẽ quá trâu
thọ sẽ được một tí xong chỉ rồi rồi lo bắt hàng nhân giờ và chúng tôi sẽ kiến được mong để làm foundation kia để lo chữ chúng tôi sẽ là rồi phải cho lũ nó trong cơ cho bên nè thọ sẽ được nó rồi trong cái chỉ tua là chuyện nhau được cái xung điện nè quá trâu đầu tiên nó cũng thoát ra xia hơn nó từ executive director council on Asian Pacific Minister nên là từ ý định đã cho lòng đời nó congresswoman Betty nên nó mặc nên tua chỉ tao nó thoát ra xia ya xia ya itu sai là itu mua nên nó sẽ lo sẽ đã thì nó từ ba bé hay là mong chấp lại nè ni từ đi mua cái giá đất xin số xia ni sao nó thả là ni nhớ được cái gì thôi sẽ được một tí to xia ya
All right, so good afternoon. As you've already been told, my name is Sia Hurt, and I serve as the executive director of the state agency by the name of the Council on Asian Pacific Minnesotans. Just a little bit of history for those of you who may not know, but also because I haven't been as diligent in sharing the history of the council. The council was actually created in 1985 by law, meaning that the state of Minnesota introduced a bill, and with the necessary support, that bill became what is known as the enabling statute, which is the state law that gives my office its very specific duties and powers. And as you may have also arrived at this conclusion, 1985 marked the 10th year since the end of the secret war within the Vietnam War. And so Minnesota saw an influx of the Hmong, the Lao, the Vietnamese, and the Cambodians in Minnesota overnight. And so the state of Minnesota, in particular the government, asked itself, how do we create a bridge to these new and emerging American communities for whom language and cultural barriers are so significant because they have just arrived in America after decades of wars in their native countries. And so that's a little bit for you as to how my office came into being. And today my office sincerely appreciates the support of our legislators, including Senator Hurt, who is here. So in a nutshell, the statutory duty of my office is very similar to that of the duty that the Lao Hmong American Coalition has taken up. and that is the duty of lifting up discerned voices of groups of Americans, and in doing so, helping the state of Minnesota and the country of that is the United States to forge a stronger nation and a stronger people. And so before I go any further, I know that we were debating whether I would actually say more than what I'm up here to say. But I want to thank Major General Mankey and the members of the National Guard for being here today. You have been a long-standing ally to the Council of Asian Pacific Minnesotans, and that has been especially true during my tenure as Executive Director. Your presence in our communities matter because, as this event has made very clear, there is a strong tradition in our Southeast Asian communities of serving our country in the capacity of the armed forces, and so thank you. I want to also thank all of my elders, which most of you in this room are. I want to thank all of you, in particular those who served in the Southeast Asian conflict as soldiers. Thank you for answering the call of duty and taking up arms during the conflict in Southeast Asia. As a daughter of the community, I recognize and know all too well the sacrifices you made, and so I stand on your shoulders. And that knowledge is something that I carry in my heart every day that I go about serving as Executive Director of the state agency that doesn't just represent Hmong Americans, but all groups who have decided to make Minnesota their home, but their ancestries or their roots can be traced back to all of the Asian Pacific Islander nations. Your bravery during the war and since then is admired, held deeply in the hearts of countless, including me, and used to inspire generations of Americans for whom you are part of their heritage. Today we're here to recognize a significant incident in time in history, but my message to everyone is that while the past cannot be undone, and while we are gathered here to honor, remember, and respect the past, we all live in the present, and we're all planning the future together. So let's continue on that road, because together and out of the ashes of war, we can ensure that those who fail did so, but not in vain. I want to take this opportunity to also thank Van Zell, who is the board president of the coalition, Mr. Zatuvu, the event committee chair, and Iki for your diligence and for your vision. Without you, all of us wouldn't be gathered here today on the 27th anniversary of the Lao Hmong American Recognition Day. And so, thank you to all of you for giving me this time. As was said in the introduction to my time on stage, I am actually also here to deliver a message from our Congresswoman Betty McCollum, who represents the 4th Congressional District here in the state of Minnesota, which is home to one of the largest Southeast Asian concentrations. So this letter is from the Congresswoman herself. Dear friends, thank you for your kind invitation to attend this annual Recognition Day, honoring the Hmong American veterans and their families, specifically the Hmong veterans who served in the Secret War. I regret that I am not able to join you in person today. However, I wish to extend my warmest greetings to all of you as you gather here together to honor those who served, and especially to remember those who gave their lives for freedom. Thank you for your sacrifices and your bravery in Laos between 1960 and 1975. Your patriotism and support to the American military throughout the Vietnam War era will never be forgotten. Thousands of Hmong, Lao, Thai Dam, Khmer, and Umian served in Military Region 2 under the command of General Bang Pao with honor and heroism. As a member of Congress representing one of the largest Hmong American communities in the United States of America, it is my privilege to serve you and to ensure that our Hmong veterans and their families have access to federal resources including a pathway to citizenship, assistance with family reunification, social security benefits, and business and workforce development opportunities.